if you imagine that there's a continuum, and on one side of the continuum is being completely selfless. I see people more often than not that are up this end of the continuum. And in this end, you're taking care of your work before yourself, you're taking care of the family before yourself, you might even be taking care of your neighbour's dog before yourself. Just everyone comes first before you. And then of course on the other end, you've got selfish. That's, stuff the family, stuff work, I'm just going to do whatever I want and take the best care of myself. Because I'm often working with people on this side, and I'm imagining that you might be one of these people, when you make any direction change towards being self-nurturing or self-caring, that place where you can look after yourself and others in a way that works for everyone, it's a nice balanced space. Because that's not familiar to you, you can feel like you're jumping all the way over to being selfish. You can feel guilty, or you can feel like you're not being the type of mother that you should be, or you're not being the type of staff member that you should be. And of course, other people can kind of, agree that that's the case because it's not normal for them for you to move there too. So what I want you to do, because of course I'm going to be encouraging you to become more self-nurturing. I don't want you to be selfish, then you could be really fit and really healthy and then you've got no friends anymore. I want you to just move in this direction, and naturally I want you to make room for the growing pains that come with moving towards a more self-nurturing space. Remember, that's a space where you can take care of you and others, that nice middle ground. But when you do, let's sort of insert a bit of rationality. I want you to ask yourself when you're making these decisions, say if you're, taking the time for yourself to exercise, or whether you're preparing one meal for the family rather than 3 meals because that works a bit better for you, or whatever that choice is for you, I want you to ask yourself, is this selfish or is it just self-caring? If you decide that it's selfish, then probably don't do it. But if you decide that it's self-caring, then that'd be a really good thing to do. So I want you to practice that, make room for the growing pains. If you can't decide, you might ask yourself, well, what would a friend tell me? If one of my best mates who really knew me and knew the whole situation would encourage me to do this, then maybe do it. Or the other way you can think about it is, if a friend were in this situation moving towards this behaviour, would I encourage them to do it? Would I say, no, that's actually really selfish, you shouldn't do that? Or would I say, yeah, you know what, you need to value yourself enough to do that?